coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, 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 hey. Every day it's getting faster. Everyone's to go up and ask it. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, 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 hey. Every day seems a little longer. Every way love's a little stronger. Come what may, do you ever feel that true love from me? Every day it's getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, 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 hey. Every day gets a little closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, 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 hey. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, 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 hey.
But John Paul gave us this quote: "Time takes time." There you go. Brevity is, brevity is. There it is. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm feeling a little off today. Not physically, just off. I don't know, this time of year, something. I'm deciding, do I really want to do this message or do I want to do something else?
Do something else.
All right. I guess it's time. Do something else.
Yes.
Yeah. I have to tell you, my Akashic guides have been encouraging me to do this for some time. Because they told me through I work with Bonnie Grace, Gilday Kennedy, and through her, they have been telling me that practice is protection. That practice is protection. In other words, I've told y'all before, I like a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. I don't like to be taken by surprise. Because I've realized that what that protects me from is from failure. From thinking that I'm something less than. From thinking that I messed it up and there's something wrong with me. Some of you might have read my blog this week, about something. Did anybody read it? You can be honest. If you didn't, this is a good thing to maybe to insert here, is that was part of my self-talk for a long time. It still sneaks in, but when something would mess up, when I would just do something that wasn't what I wanted the result to be, I would say to myself, Paula, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Right? And then I would go on and I would get frustrated, but then I would do whatever I was going to do, and again it would happen. It would be the dumbest thing. I would stub my toe or hit into something or cut my finger. What is wrong with you? I'm thinking, that did not make me feel good. I did not feel good about that. I did not feel good one bit about that. So I changed my self-talk, and I decided, you know what? I'm just a human being a human being. Like, I messed up. And that doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. It just means I'm human. It just means I'm human. So, what was I talking about when I was sitting here? Oh, my Akashic healers, that's right. See, you can be part of this because I don't have it written down. That practice is protection. And I'm afraid of being wrong. I'm afraid of somebody looking at me and saying, you failed, you messed up. Or someone not liking me because of something I said to them. I want to make sure everybody's taken care of. I talked to Pam about this yesterday at our volunteer luncheon. And I said, it's hard for me to sit down and eat with everybody because I want to be the mama bear. I want to go around and talk to everybody because I'm the minister. And I want to make connections. It's a good-hearted thing, but it's a protection thing because I want to be thought of as a good minister. not just Paula, like I want, so I want to protect myself from that judgment of others, like I think I can. Like I think that not one of you in here, like I'm going to protect all the judgments that you have about me. And they're all going to be great judgments, and you're all going to love me all the time for everything I do. Like that's crazy. Like that will never happen. But if I do enough preparation and I'm good enough, then I can protect myself from that. And it's just not possible. So I've been having that fear of coming in here and just starting off with something. And I just did start off with something, and I don't know where it's going to go from here. But I guess what I'm learning standing here now is that, a couple of things could happen. One, you could all hang around to see what happens. Or two, somebody could leave. It's happened before here, by the way. It's happened before. I remember Bonnie Grace actually was here, and she was sitting over here with a woman, and I started talking about something, and the woman started fidgeting. And Bonnie Grace told me this. She started fidgeting, and Bonnie said to her, is everything all right? And she was very uncomfortable. And Bonnie Grace said to her, well, if you want to leave, you can leave. So she gave her permission. She got up and left. So it's happened before here, by the way. So the question is, do I take that personally? Was that about me? Like when that happens in your life, do you take it personally? Yeah, see. Yeah. That's the thing, we do. Because I don't want people to think badly of me. I want people to love me just the way I am, just like you do. I want people to love me the way I am, and even when I mess up, I want them to love me. But I'm fearful of that, so I prepare. I want to make sure I have enough preparation. I have 3 pages of notes here. Now that's usually what happens is it's about 3 pages, and sometimes it takes a little longer than others to put this together. Sometimes it comes right to me, but it's a lot of preparation. I think sometimes people think ministers just, all you do is work for about an hour on a Sunday. That's about all there is. But that preparation takes many hours in the chair, at least an hour or 2 in the chair every day. And then the writing time takes maybe 4 or 5 hours to put it together. And then it's several hours on Sunday morning, kind of putting it in myself to see what it is. So it's at least 10 or 12 hours a week for this 1 hour, by the way. Yeah. That's what it takes. It's the same thing with your life. You show up and you do X. Pam showed up yesterday, and the board showed up to offer a volunteer lunch for all our volunteers. You think, well, that was just an hour and a half. But the preparation was much bigger than that, right? And you do those things as well. You prepare a lot longer. That Thanksgiving meal you made, it was gone in how many minutes? Yeah. Or that dessert that you really spent a lot of time at. Or the preparation that you made for a meeting that you went to, or an interaction with someone. Like all the time you spent. Look at your life, how much time you've prepared your life to get you to this point. I mean, think about that. Think about that. I mean, your whole life brought you to this point. So we're always preparing, but the idea is, in the way that my Akashic healers are asking me to do, is to not use it to protect myself, to not be afraid of failing, to not be afraid of not being the best every Sunday or every day of your life, to show up and to show up vulnerable, and maybe have a really short lesson because that's all you had to say, and to be okay with that. But I invite you to think about how that works in your life as well. I mean, I'm just not talking about me on a Sunday up here. I'm talking about what you do, how you hold back. I mean, how often do you hold back because you think you're not ready? That's like telling a young mother, well, you shouldn't have had the baby until you were ready. Has anybody ever been ready to have a baby? I imagine no one is ever ready. I've never had a child, but I imagine no one is ever ready to have a baby. And when the first one comes, they're like, holy crap, Well, what now? What now? I mean, all the love that you feel and everything that you've gone through as a mother, but really now what am I going to do with this? And I'm responsible for this, and wow, are you really ready for anything ever? That's what I'm thinking right now. It's like, are you really ready for anything? When you come to the top of the Black Diamond ski slope for the first time, are you really ready? Oh, I'm thinking, hell no, I'm not. Scared to death. The first time you come up here to recite your card, some people are pretty nervous about that. Public speaking is one of those things that people are most scared of, right behind the dentist and dying. It's kind of in that order. That's what people fear. You know, that's what we're afraid of. So how to get beyond that, how to be okay with being afraid, how to be okay with failing, how to be okay with thought of as, you know, old or fat or thin or sick or frail or not good enough or didn't hit it out of the park this week, Paula, enough. You know, how to do that, how to not be afraid of that. How to be vulnerable. You know what I think the biggest gift of being vulnerable in that way is that other people know you're real. That other people know you're real and they know that you're the same as they are. And it's an invitation to the other person to be real and to not have to build all those barriers up in front of us. You know, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of having it all up there all the time and making believe that everything in my life is really good. You know, every Sunday I come here and you probably think Paula's life must be great. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes something happens and it's not easy. And it's the same things that happen to you that put you to your knees. And it's hurtful and the heart is just broken. And what do you do with the broken heart? You know, what do you do with it? I don't know. What do you do with a broken heart? I think here's what you do with a broken heart, just like you do with a broken wrist or a broken anything. You know, you just keep showing up for life. Because if you keep showing up, there's a chance you might run smack into love. That's what I'm thinking. There's a chance that you just might run smack into something that lifts you up, that you never would have seen before, because you didn't show up. What about if we just do that? Because you know what I know for sure? Everybody's got some shit they're dealing with. I mean, every single one. And some of it is so deep, like you don't even know. Like you have no idea. You think you know somebody and you do not. It could be the same person living in your household that you don't know about. Somebody that you knew 10 years ago and you think, oh God, you see this little snapshot picture on Facebook. No, they must be great. They're not. There's something in their life that is really a challenge. But when we're willing to show up, I think that's the thing. You just show up anyway. You know, truth be told, I really didn't want to come here today. It was the first time ever. I was like, but you know what? Show up. Just show up. Because I was afraid. Not because I didn't want to see you, but because I didn't think what I wrote was very good. I had this doubt about it. Well, I left it on the thing there. I had this doubt about it. I was like, God, I don't know, this is not going to be good enough. Are you tired of not being good enough? Because the only person that decides you're not good enough is you. That's it. That's it. No, I mean, somebody else might tell you that, but you decide it. You decide if you're good enough or not. You decide how good you are. I think that's true. I'm thinking it's true. I may change my mind next week. But I think it's true. I think it's so powerful for you to make a decision that you're good enough. No matter what kind of Christmas present that you're able to afford, no matter how much money's in the bank, no matter how struggling you are with something, like to believe you're good enough now, for me to believe I'm good enough now, well, yeah, that. I think that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Yeah. What else could I say? I don't know. One of the things I did... one of the things I did write about was this idea that, you know what we all really want? I think we all just really want to feel whole. I think we all, no matter what's happening around us, I think we would just want to feel like wholeness. Like there's nothing missing. You know, like no matter what, there's just nothing missing in me. Even when the shit hits the fan, like there's nothing missing in me, and to walk around in wholeness. And I will share a couple ideas that are in there because I think that they're coming out right now. And that is, how do you do that? I mean, how do you feel whole in the middle of something where, you know, and I think it's very simple. I think that all we have to do is look for the little things. Like to really just feel the sun on your face. Or to listen to the birds, or to, when you have that bowl of soup, like to really taste it, not just shove it down so you can get on to the next thing. Like to really taste it, or to have just this really good cup of coffee. Like my favorite is the Americano, black, like just hot, like just have that, and just to be there right with it. Like to be with the beauty of it. I did have this quote that I wanted to share with you about that. Like just, and I think if we do that, we can find wholeness in those places. Like that's where I can feel whole. This is a quote from Lizelle Graham. She says this: if you were to ask me how I found my way through the most difficult parts of my life, I would tell you this: I pay attention to beauty. And by this I mean that I have taught myself how to look for the details that make up the delicate bones of the world around me, the things that tiptoe quietly on gentle feet, that don't announce their presence in a loud voice. Like that. You know? Like I don't have to be afraid of failure. What about if I just notice beauty and that helps me feel whole? Like there's not a complex answer to the question. There isn't. I don't think there ever is complex answer. Difficult to practice maybe, but complex? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think for me to be brave enough to let the fences fall, to let the walls fall, is to simply practice feeling whole, so that when I'm here and I'm experiencing that, it doesn't take my legs out from under me. You know, I can still walk. I can still walk among y'all. And I know, like, you're not going to give me a shove, or, you know, you're just going to smile at me and be happy you're here and happy I'm here, and nobody left, so I'm happy about that. And you're all just smiling, and you know, we're all just here together, and did you give me a hug? Yeah, and that, you know, just that, right? Oh, thank you, Joe. Yeah, so we're all good, all right? Yeah, like that. So if you need permission, you know, like if you need permission, my guides are just cheering. They're just like this. They're like, you did it. You just did it. Did it hurt? No, it didn't hurt. Did I feel a little vulnerable? Yes. Did I do the best ever Sunday message? I don't know. Does it matter? No. It just doesn't really matter. Because in these tender moments too, you know what I know? This is where God is. I don't know what you call it. For you, it could be God, it could be the divine, it could be this cosmic pulse of life, it could be Allah, it could be Buddha, it could, whatever you call it. Like this is where it lives. This is where it lives in these tender moments with each other. Okay? Let's not forget that in the freaking $10.6 billion spent on Black Friday-ish. Like, let's not lose it in that. And you know what? I'm tired of saying, well, it's all them that spent that. Well, yeah, Renee and I spent zero, but it's about us. Like if we start pulsing here and we stop feeding the machine that we make fun of, or the feeding the machine that we judge, that's us. We do that. We do that. We can stop it right now. We'll stop that machine. that's filling up our oceans with plastic and our dumps with all sorts of crap that we use one time. Remember back in the day when refrigerators lasted 30 years? Some of you aren't that old, so you don't remember, but they used to last forever, right, Teresa? They used to last. Those gold and green colored refrigerators that now everybody throws away, they're still running. They're still running. Ask Pam, she was telling me about they took all this stuff out of their old kitchen. Now their new stuff broke already in a short amount of time. Like we can change that. We can change that. We don't have to buy into that stuff. It's up to us. It's up to us. There's a thing called fast fashion. Have you heard about it?
Oh, yeah.
There's a thing called fast fashion. They make stuff so quickly based on the latest fashion, they don't make it to last. They make it to last 2 or 3 wearings, and then you get to throw it away so that you have the next fashion. I'm like, what? What? I think I still have one white button-down shirt from the Limited that I brought here when I moved here in 1996. It's missing a lot of buttons, but that shirt is like, it would never happen. It would never happen. Yeah, the Limited. We can change that. It's up to us. This is important. This is where God lives. God doesn't have a house. God is this. God is right here, pulsing like this. It is the energy and the life that lives us and breathes us, and we can direct it. We can pay attention to it. We can use that to not be fearful of stepping out, not knowing for sure how it was going to start or how it was going to end. But sure enough, God is in it all. Yeah? So let's take that into meditation this morning, just for a few minutes. So I invite you to take a deep breath and become still. And maybe think for yourself. Maybe your guides are calling the same thing. That maybe practice is protection. And while it's good to practice, while it's good to have preparation, maybe that was the quote actually, preparation is protection. To be so prepared. To be so prepared. And then to realize that without that preparation, maybe running into the ditch was the greatest thing that ever happened in my life. It slowed me down. It gave me a pause. It allowed me some space to think, to consider what my heart was saying, what my heart wanted me to hear. So let's just breathe in and breathe out and sit for a few moments together. is so damn beautiful. This life is so precious. Isn't it? It's amazing. Don't let us not make our preparation give us blinders. Let us be open to the beauty and the incredibleness of life. Our life. Our life. To not be so prepared that we only see the middle of the road, but that we also notice the wildflowers in the ditch and the moon setting in front of us. Let's notice something beyond all of our preparation. Life's too damn beautiful not to do that. Amen.
Oh, say shalom bimrama. Oh, yeah, say shalom aleinu. Oh, yeah, say shalom. Amen. Oh, say shalom bimrama. Oh, yeah, say shalom aleinu. Yaakov Yisrael. Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Yisrael. Oh, say Shalom b'momam. Oh, Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Yisrael. Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Yisrael.
May I
Be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. May all beings be filled with loving kindness. May all be well. May all be peaceful and at ease. May all be happy.
Amen. See you next week.